Paris attacks have created urgency in Washington about whether to allow more Syrians into the United States. Syria is ISIS headquarters, and critics are concerned that terrorists could slip into our country disguised as refugees. NBC's Tracy Potts tells us that lawmakers are rushing a vote on that today.
President Obama this morning on today's House vote that would block more Syrian refugees from entering the U.S.
It's not necessary for us to keep our people safe.
Most Americans disagree, 56% in our new NBC News SurveyMonkey online poll.
People understand the plight of those fleeing the Middle East, but they also want basic assurances for the safety of this country.
There ought to be a pause until they can explain fully how it works.
This notion that we're going to suspend it or end it is just wrong.
Even some Democrats are skeptical.
I want to make sure that we're voting on a bill that first and foremost keeps the American people safe.
The White House is threatening a veto. Our poll also shows nearly 2/3 of Americans want boots on the ground in Syria to fight ISIS. Here's the Secretary of Defense in an interview airing today on Morning Joe.
You agree with the French president that we're at war with ISIS?
I think Francois Hollande has said it very well.
A new ISIS propaganda video threatens New York, but officials there point out that's nothing new.
I again repeat, there is no specific and credible threat against New York City.
Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
The Obama administration's plan would take in 10,000 refugees next year. A new Bloomberg poll finds that 53% of Americans don't want Syrian refugees resettled in the United States. 28% said it should proceed without religious screening. Another 11% said only Christians fleeing ISIS and Syria's civil war should be allowed in. The results were split along party lines. This is also a controversial issue here in our area. We're going to have more on that coming up at 6:30.